For so long, I ran. Not just physically, but emotionally. I ran from the very things that were placed in my path. Not because they were wrong for me, but because they felt too right. And sometimes, when you've been hurt enough, too right feels dangerous. I told myself the answer was somewhere else. Somewhere new, somewhere far away. I chased ideas, opportunities, and people that fit the image I had in my head. But deep down, I knew none of it felt like home. And even when what was truly for me stood right in front of me, I couldn't move. I froze. Because my past had taught me to question anything good. It told me that blessings always came with a hidden cost. It made me believe that running away was safer than staying still. You see, fear's tricky like that. It wears the mask of protection. It convinces you you're making the smart choice by holding back. It whispers that you're not ready, that it's not the right time, that maybe you should wait until you're stronger, until you have more, until you've healed more. But the truth is, fear will keep you waiting forever. And I didn't realize how much of my life I was missing until I looked up one day and I realized I was standing still in a life that I didn't choose, just because I was afraid to choose differently. The thing about what's truly for you, though, is that it never really goes away. It lingers. It calls to you softly at first, then louder and louder until you can't ignore it anymore. Sometimes it shows up in little ways, a conversation you didn't expect to have, a moment that feels strangely familiar, a door opening that you didn't even knock on. But you see, the thing is, no matter how far you run, there's a pull. A gentle, constant reminder that this thing you're avoiding, it's yours, and it's been waiting for you. But one day, I stopped running. I stopped making excuses. I stopped telling myself that I wasn't ready, and I took a step. Not a perfect one, not a fearless one, just a step. Then another, and another, until I was no longer standing on the edge, but instead in the middle of the very thing I once thought I wasn't ready for. Yes, it was scary. It was uncertain, but it was alive. And for the first time in a very long time, so was I. You see, that leap, the one I avoided for so long, became the doorway to everything I didn't know I needed. I realized the thing I had been searching for in other places wasn't out there at all. It was actually right here, patiently waiting, steady, certain that I would find my way to it. And choosing me, was the best thing I could have ever done. Because this time, I didn't just choose what looked good. I chose what felt right. I chose what gave me peace. I chose what made me grow. Now I move differently. I no longer run from what's mine. I let myself receive. I let myself trust. I know I can't control everything, but I can choose to stand still long enough to recognize when something is meant for me. And I can choose to be brave enough to walk toward it, even when it scares me. Because if there's one thing I've learned, it's that the leap isn't nearly as dangerous as staying where you don't belong. And on the other side of fear, there's freedom.